Over the past 4 sessions, we've explored the core principles of behavioral economics and how they can be applied to create more effective and impactful marketing strategies. Today, we're going to get into some real-world case studies and explore how you can start putting these insights into practice. So let's start with an in-depth look at some of the most successful behavioral economics-based marketing campaigns. One standout example is one of the legacy marketing campaigns of all time, Nike's Just Do It. This iconic tagline doesn't just list product features, obviously. It taps directly into the universal human desire for self-improvement, discipline, and achievement. By framing their brand as a source of motivation and empowerment, Nike was able to transcend the traditional athletic apparel category and become a lifestyle icon. We go back to this example in marketing research all the time because of how powerful it was. Another great legacy case study is Apple's marketing over the years. I mean, pick one. Like from the think different messages that celebrated creativity and nonconformity to the carefully crafted product unveilings that stirred up excitement and a fear of missing out, Apple has masterfully leveraged behavioral economics principles like social proof, scarcity, and emotional storytelling. And then there's Progressive Insurance's approach to auto coverage. They have broken some ground in their marketing. Rather than simply talking about low rates, they positioned their Name Your Price tool as a way for customers to be in control and get the exact coverage they want. It's still packages, you just get a feeling of autonomy. This created a stronger sense of agency and customization, which we know are powerful psychological drivers. These are just a few examples, but the common thread is that they all go far beyond the rational, feature-focused marketing that dominated in the past. By understanding and actively applying behavioral economics insights, these brands were able to create campaigns that truly resonated with consumers on an emotional and psychological level. Now let's explore how these principles can be applied across different marketing channels and tactics. So in advertising, we can leverage neuromarketing techniques to optimize our messaging, imagery, and media placements for maximum impact. Carefully chosen trigger words, social proof cues, and framing strategies can significantly boost engagement and conversion rates. When it comes to pricing and product design, we can use behavioral economics insights to create offerings that feel more valuable, desirable, and aligned with customer preferences. Anchoring, loss aversion, and the decoy effect are all powerful tools in this domain. And in the realm of customer experience, we can apply principles like choice architecture, defaults, and the power of free to guide and nudge customers towards the outcomes we want. Free trials, simplified onboarding, and strategic upsells are just a few examples. The key is to always keep the customer's psychology and decision-making process at the forefront, rather than just optimizing for immediate transactional goals. Of course, measuring the impact and ROI of these behavioral economics-informed efforts is crucial. A/B testing, controlled experiments, and deep customer analytics can help us quantify the effects and justify the investment. For example, Dropbox ran a classic experiment where they offered users 2 gigabytes of free storage for signing up versus 500 megabytes. I don't know what the difference is between those two, but one's better. The higher free offer resulted in a 60% increase in new signups. So this kind of data-driven insight is invaluable for making the case and optimizing our strategies over time. But as with any powerful marketing tool, there are also some common challenges and pitfalls to be aware of when it comes to behavioral economics. So one major risk is to overuse or misapply certain tactics, like over-reliance on scarcity or aggressive loss aversion framing. This can come across as manipulative and erode trust rather than driving your desired outcome. We also have to be extremely mindful of transparency and consent. Consumers should always be aware of when and how we're using the principles of behavioral economics to influence their decision. Deception or coercion is never acceptable, and it's important to consider potential unintended consequences. A tactic that works wonders in one context may backfire in another due to differences in culture, industry norms, or consumer expectations. Striking the right balance is key. Using these insights responsibly to empower and delight customers rather than exploiting their biases for our own gain. Looking to the future, there are some exciting opportunities at the intersection of behavioral economics and marketing. So, as personalization and machine learning capabilities continue to advance, we'll see even more precise and tailored application of these principles. Predictive analytics can help us identify the most effective nudges for each individual consumer, and adaptive interfaces can dynamically adjust in real time. Gamification and interactive experiences are another frontier where we can harness the power of behavioral economics to create truly engaging and persuasive marketing. Reward systems, progress trackers, and social validation cues are just a few examples. And as consumers become more aware of these tactics, we may also see a shift towards more ethical and transparent implementations. Brands that prioritize building long-term trust and adding genuine value will likely thrive, while those who rely too heavily on manipulation could struggle. Behavioral economics offers a wealth of insights and opportunities for marketers, but it must be wielded with great care and wisdom. Here are some of the key takeaways from this course. So first, we want to understand the core principles of behavioral economics and how they shape consumer decision making. We want to apply these insights strategically across your marketing channels and tactics, measure the impact and ROI of behavioral economics informed efforts, avoid the common pitfalls, and implement these tactics responsibly and transparently. And then stay ahead of the curve by anticipating future trends and opportunities. Most importantly, develop an action plan for incorporating these learnings into your own marketing strategy. So think about it right now. You've had worksheets throughout this course to do some application of all these very in-depth concepts. What are some specific ways you can start applying behavioral economics to drive better results for your business? I appreciate your time and engagement through this course, and I hope that this will wake you up to some untapped opportunities for all of the ways that you can leverage something like behavioral economics in your marketing efforts.